afternoon, guys. This is Flying Gato, and here for another car review. This time it's my 2017 Civic hatchback manual, and as promised, this is the daytime review of the car, so you can see the inside and the outside a lot better. We're gonna do an exterior and then the interior, and we'll do a short drive, and then I'll give you my thoughts. So I hope you enjoy the review. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you do, and leave your comments below. All right, let's get started. Yeah. All right, so here we are, the exterior. Finally with some sunlight, right? I think it looks great. So as the title says, this is the sport model. So this is the sport hatchback. What the sport hatchback brings is those black side sills and the front little splitter there that's black as well. It has a blacked out front grille, and it has the black wheels. So the reason I got it in white, and this is the white orchid pearl. The reason I got it in white is, first of all, I love all Hondas, all my Hondas in white. That's kind of their racing color. My S2000 is championship white, really nice. So I wanted to get this in matching white, close enough with the white orchid pearl. And I think it really looks really good with the slightly tinted windows. As you can see, you got the blacked out grille. You got those honeycomb mesh, which some people don't like them, but I kind of like it. And it's got the blackout wheels, so it's black and white color scheme. I really do enjoy it. So if you take a look at the front here, it's already starting to get dirty, but it is what it is. It looks great. Like I said, the headlights are my favorite. I actually like the way they look better than the LED headlights that come in touring models. This is the sport model, so this has the two fog lights in the front. And if you take a peek down there, that's a intercooler. How cool is that? Honda Civic with an intercooler. Never thought I'd see one, but there it is. So the daylight running lights, it's right there, daytime running lights. These strips right here. Alright, so let's just keep moving around. The side profile of the car. You have to excuse the wind a little bit. So the side profile of the car is, I mean, like I said, this is like the best Civic that they have. The hatchback makes it a little taller in the front, in the back over there. It has the dual spoilers, as you can see, and it's just a great looking car from every side. I haven't decided which side is my favorite yet, but side profile is a close on top of my list to my favorite side. And then we got the back. And as this is the sport, I guess the dual outlet center exhaust, it really sets off the whole package. And as you can see, the back splitter in the back, it continues in the back here with the body kit. I just really think it's a great looking car. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Yeah. So one thing that I would change would be those black honeycomb grills in the back. I'm kind of conflicted on it. I can see how it makes the car look kind of, I guess, thinner in the back because it blacks it out. But it also kind of looks, cheap or ricey or something. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, I think this is a fantastic looking car. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the inside and see how the interior is. All right, here we are. Let's take a look at the driver's seat, driver's side of the interior. As you can see, the door panel here is tan, and that's a differentiator from a lot of the different cars, the Civics that are out there. Most of them are black. I do like the white, and so when you buy a white car, you can have the option of having the white inserts. Everything was great here. The only thing I don't like about the door is the door handle right there. This is all plastic. It looks kind of cool. It looks like it would be gunmetal or something, but it's a plastic door handle. It is a Civic, but I'm not a big fan of that. So why don't we go ahead and step in and see what the instrument panel's like. Now you guys have seen this already in my nighttime video, so you've seen how it all lights up and everything. During the daytime, very similar. It looks pretty good. In my opinion, it's the best gauge pod that the Civic offers. EX and above have a screen instead of a analog needle there. I actually prefer the analog to the screen. I feel like the screen might wash out a little bit during daytime driving. This is actually very well done here. I've shown before, the left side has the temperature gauge, the right side has the fuel gauge. Most of your little lights, like the brake hold. See if I can turn it on. Oh, can't turn it on right now, but the brake hold light will be over there, and it's a very well laid out instrument panel. Not too busy, just exactly what you need and nothing you don't. When we go for the drive, I'll explain the fuel gauge and how it works, and that little strip of lights up there, those change as you drive along, so I'll explain those as well. Now the steering wheel, very nice steering wheel. This is the leather wrapped steering wheel because this is a sport. It is the steering wheel you want. The other steering wheels, they feel okay, but plasticky, kind of cheap. I don't really like them that much. But it is a leather wrapped steering wheel. The stitching could be a little bit softer, but I mean this is good enough for me. It's a great steering wheel. I'm coming from a BMW, so it's I say on par to the BMW, if not even better, to the E90 BMW interior. Now a lot of people would say that the E90 BMW interior was not that great, but that's a $60,000 car. This is a $20,000 car. Big price difference, yet it's really nice. So you got this is the volume up, volume down. This is the if you're playing it through your phone, you get your left and right is previous song, next song. This is your phone controls. There's your cruise control buttons here. It's all very well laid up. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Alright, so I showed the media center before, how it works. This is a very plain radio. It's all you really need. It's not a touchscreen or anything. Everything's controlled right here, as you can see that. So it is, my Bluetooth is already set up with the radio. I mean, like I said, that's all you really need. If I want my navigation, I put it on my phone. And I just set it up so that my phone's always there, and I can plug it in if I want to the USB, but I prefer the Bluetooth. And so let's go to the passenger side, and you have the stitching right here. It makes it look really upscale. It's still kind of hard plastic, but it's not the hardest of plastics. It's kind of soft and great. The sunlight's shining, so I could show you the fake carbon fiber inserts right here. These, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the fake carbon fiber. I kind of prefer if they were like, just aluminum or something else. But it does the job. It's fine. It looks good. Who am I to complain? It's it's like 4 or 5 years ago. This kind of interior you'd see in BMW, in an upscale kind of car. This is actually a really nice interior, and the all important stick shifts here. You got the six-speed manual with a leather wrapped shift knob. I'm going to be getting a countersunk aluminum one at some point. I'm not sure when I'm going to get it. Probably after the winter ends. Just because when it gets cold, it gets cold. The aluminum ones get really cold. And you got the brake hold. You got the parking control here. And then you got a cubby hole here that's really nice. I mean, I'm sure you've seen this before, and every other Civic has it, so I won't go into too much detail. Who cares about that, right? So let's take a look at the back seat. Alright, so as you can see, the back seat has the same color coating as the front. The plastics are a little bit harder than the front. And that's something that people on the forums have been complaining about, that the back seats don't get any of the nice treatment that the front seats gets. I don't really mind. The passenger in the back is not going to care either, so it doesn't really matter. As you can see, I'm not that tall. I'm 5'8", so the seat's set up for me, and let's see how much room there is. Wow, plenty of space here. This is a lot of space for a small, compact car. And you got you got a little cubby hole here for like a drink of water or something, like a bottle holder. And yeah, I think it's a great space back here. So let's take a look at the hatch. All right, let's open up the hatch. There we go. Now this is one of the main reasons why I bought the car. It's sort of like a multi-purpose use car for me. It's got quite a large space here. I could put in as much cargo as I need, groceries. I could take people to the airport, things like that. And when I need more space, I just go ahead and press that button right there. Push that. And push that. That's a lot of space right there. I've actually laid down there, and I could take a nice nap there if I need to. It's pretty useful. One thing to take note of, though, is that the sport models, this is a little bit more raised up than in the EX and LX models because of the center mounted exhaust. So this actually takes up space in this car, and it doesn't take up space at all in the EX and LX models because those have side mounted exhausts. So that's something to keep in mind. I don't mind at all because it kind of flattens out the floor a little bit better. So I love it, and everyone's shown this. Yeah, it's pretty cool, whatever, it's fine, it works. So that's the back hatch. Now let's go for a drive. Alright, so let's go ahead and set off. One of my other complaints about this car is that it has an electronic parking brake. I prefer the handle. I don't know when I'll get used to this, but I guess I eventually will get used to it. So all you gotta do is press the brake, press the clutch, put it down, and then we can go off. So let's take a little drive. Now I want to address one thing here. There is some rev hang that people are complaining about in this car, and I want you guys to pay close attention to the revs as I shift gears. Yeah, that's some rev hang. So one of the main problems that most modern cars have these days is that the EPA regulations require you to basically have that rev hang. If the revs drop too fast, it messes up with the emissions. So let's go right. Yeah. I'm trying to be as smooth as possible with the shifts, and that rev hang just is kind of annoying. No way of getting around it. It definitely has rev hang. It doesn't shoot up as I thought it did before. I thought the revs shot up as you shifted gears. That all depends on your throttle position when you hit the clutch. So you got to be very careful. You got to make sure your foot's completely off the gas pedal, and then hit the clutch, and you won't get that shooting up RPM. I'll demonstrate that now. So I'm third gear. See how I shot up there? That's because I didn't take my foot off fast enough. I'll demonstrate the proper way to do it. And downshifting is pretty easy on this car. The throttle response is incredible. Alright, let's take it right here. So that's how you have to shift. Yeah. As you can see, it's a very fun car to drive. And I caught up to some traffic. Going slower than the speed limit. Lovely. Another thing to keep in mind with this car is that it does have turbo lag. Alright, so I'm not accelerating now. pedal to the floor, and there it is. So it takes about half a second for the engine, or maybe a second for the engine to really wake up from its non-turbocharged slumber. Let's turn around here. I want to go into the main roads over there. It's very responsive, and the steering rack is amazing. It just turns on a dime. Let's go back this way. Even in higher RPMs, you still feel that turbo lag. The brakes, I mean, I'm not sure if it's going to break in eventually or not, but the bite, the initial bite when you get onto it, it's very strong. Not sure if it's confidence inspiring. It's just, you know, it's very strong. Very minimal amount of effort to get a really nice bite into it. Sunlight there. Let's go this way. The suspension in this car is extremely well sorted. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This really does feel like my 5th generation Prelude that I still own. Feels like just a more comfortable modern version of that car. Fantastic. Fantastic drive. One thing I could do with that is that little green strip up there. So you see the little green strip that turns white when you're not being economical? I can do without that. But it's fine that it's there. Who am I to complain too much about it? So there it is. I mean, this car, throw it around the bends, really fun, really planted. The tire choice so far has been really good. I have about 1,000 miles on the odometer. Let's take a look how much I actually have. I have 825 miles. Actually, is that right? 828 miles since I bought the car. I mean, it's broken in according to Honda. I expect it to be getting a little bit better as it goes along. It's a great driving car. You know, this is 60 miles an hour. It's pretty quiet. You know, it's not Mercedes level of quiet, but it's more than quiet enough for a daily commuter. It gets great gas mileage when you're not stomping on it like I was just doing. I've been averaging about 35 miles to the gallon so far, and I've only filled it up 3 times in that 800 mile period. So it's in my opinion getting great gas mileage. I've been using 93. Now you have an option with this car. You can use 93. You can use 87. I choose to use 93 to get that a little bit of extra power, and I just, you know, it's a turbocharged engine, so what's slightly more expense, you know, not a big deal. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the driving portion of the review. Let's go to the conclusion. All right, so as I was saying before, this is, in my opinion, one of the best cars you can buy at the moment, as long as you get the manual transmission. I really don't like the CVT. It's a very fun car. It's great on gas. It's more than fast enough. People are saying it's around 6.5 seconds to 0 to 60. I mean, it's more than fast enough for what you need for even taking to the track. I'll be taking this car to the track at some point, I'm sure. I never thought I would, but it's so fun that to not do it is blasphemy. It's a great driving car, it's great suspension, it looks great from the outside. I mean, it looks really sporty with the two little spoilers in the back, and the shape of it. It's very, very useful with that hatchback. It has everything you need. I think it has almost the same amount of space as a Honda HR-V does. So unless you really do need a little bit more ground clearance, I would just get this. It's better engine, better design, better looks, better car. So in conclusion, yeah, get this car, buy this car, get the manual. The manual is definitely worth it. It has the brake hold assist, so if you haven't learned how to drive a manual yet, it'll hold the car for you when it's in an incline. It'll hold the car for you when you're in a traffic light. It'll just hold the brakes for you, so you can pedal the clutch as you'd like. A little roundabout there. It gets a little bit 1 mile per gallon less with the manual than you do with the CVT, but I've driven the CVT. It's just not my cup of tea. If you must have the automatic, I can't blame you too much. I understand. This is still a great car. It'll do everything that you want from any car, really. You can get the leather seats. You can get navigation in it. You can get the touchscreen radio, which I'm not a big fan of, but if you want that, that's up to you. It's just a great car. So I hope you enjoyed this daytime review of the 2017 Civic Hatchback Sport. If you liked the video, subscribe, like. Yeah. So I hope you have a great day.